What's up everybody, it's Animal Study back with another video, and in today's video we'll be going over Animal Kingdom. We're going to a roller coaster now, but I'm going to be showing you guys videos of animals that I see. So let's get to it.
Oh my goodness, he's huge!
Does this like kill people?
Does it bite kill people?
No, not yet. Monkeys, those are some monkeys. Here are some skinks. A baby and a mom. Let's see. There's a video. Water buffalo back there. See?
That's the cat.
Better view of it.
Then why are there stairs for them to walk down if they can't even walk downstairs?
They probably can.
Oh, looks like there's a baby over there.
The little ones are about a year and a half.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's a baby one right
One back down here. They hit it! Whoa, look at that big bird! It won't. Whoa, look at those big birds at the bottom back there. Look at those. Oh, you scared me. Taking a picture ride, there are some tortoises. Wanting their enclosure.
Our journey begins right here in the Little Riparian Forest. It's a great place to find animals with natural camouflage. They use that to blend in with the straight back, helps them to push through the dense brush of the forest a lot easier than other animals. They also have vertical white stripes that helps them to blend in with the vertical lines of the forest, like the trees and the bamboo. Let's see if we can have another good look. The okapi has stripes on the legs. Looks kind of like a zebra. It's actually a giraffe. And they're normally solitary. The stripes on the legs will help the young follow the mother through the dense brush of the forest. Check out this
That is a
critter, just
nice
hanging out on the right. Blending in pretty well.
Blending. Nothing to see here.
Now the greater to hear anything coming their way. That's really important. But look on the left, there's a black rhino. They're solitary and territorial. And they're crepuscular. That means they'll be more active at dawn. On the left, they're called saddle-billed storks. They stand about 5 feet tall. They have really large wingspans, about 9 feet. That's what goes in the river over to the right. Kind of hard to see, so we're going to keep following the river. I'm sure we'll see more. They like to hang out in larger groups called woods. A lot of the group names get pretty interesting. The group particularly is bloats. Group of rhinos is called a crutch. Take a look on the left. There's the rest of the bloat. You know, hippopotamus is Greek for river horse. They're called that because they don't swim. They sort of walk or gallop along the bottom of the river. If you look carefully, you can see what I mean. They just kind of stand. So they rest all day long. They'll be more active at night. On the island, those are pink-found large groups. And you can usually find them nesting in trees. They're actually one of the only pelican species that nest in They're opportunistic feeders. That means they wait for prey to get really close to them. They can lock their jaws down with about 2,000 pounds per square savannah. During the rainy season, it soaks up water, stores it for the dry season. During that dry season, a larger animal with a tusk or a horn can crack it open and use it as a water source. So that water will continue to slowly drain out. Other animals can drink from it as well. Look at hyenas at all. Hyenas are more closely related to cats than anything else. But this is Africa's most successful predator. They'll catch about 80% of their prey, because they can chase their prey till they drop from exhaustion. Other predators only run in really short sprints, so their success rate's a lot lower. Take a look on the left. The brown antelope is called sable antelope. They're territorial prey animals. They'll kneel down and present their horns forward to challenge anything that comes near them to a fight, including predators, a couple of mountain-involving animals. Zebra love to be friends with wildebeest. See how they're really close to them? The zebra are known for mingling in with other climb on top of them, use them as a lookout point. So we just swing around. Sign of wealth, they're not used for milk or meat or anything like that. They're free to roam the Serengeti during the day. So basically, those farmers will show somebody and say, hey, look, that's mine. And now At night, they're going to get rounded up by their owners to protect them from predators. Nighttime can be pretty dangerous out here. But the horns, they're not hollow. Blood veins and vessels run through those horns. Helps to radiate heat from their body. It's kind of like a giant coolant route going right through their forehead. Great example of heat adaptation. Check this out on the right. At the top of the hill, there's the rest of the white-bearded wildebeest we saw earlier. There's also a very small antelope that's called springbok. They can jump up about 6 feet in the air, leap forward about 13 feet, in a motion called pronking. They'll travel 50 miles per hour. The white-bearded wildebeest are the second most densely populated animal on the planet, right behind us humans. Over 1 million of them migrate 1,000 miles across Africa every year in search of fresh grasses, following the weather patterns across the continent. Now, there's a couple adolescents, adults, even 1 or 2 babies in that tower. It's a very healthy tower. Let's see. And these are Maasai giraffe. You can tell that because they have a darker, more jagged pattern on their coat. The adults will stand 18 feet tall. Check out the mandrills on the left. The mandrills are the largest monkeys. They have red and blue faces. And you know what's super cool about the mandrills? They have snack pockets on the inside of their cheeks. They can store food for later consumption. There's a glorious elephant off to the right. Actually, we're going to get a little bit closer. You can tell this is an African elephant because of the really large ears. Lots of little blood vessels in the ears. When they fan the ears, it cools blood off in those vessels, then it circulates through the rest of the body, keeps the entire animal cool. Look at how glorious this is. So they have the trunks on the front. They're used for a lot of different things. Drinking water, picking up food. It's also their nose. And they'll use it to socialize or interact with other elephants also. See how it can curl it around in any direction? Because there's no bone in that trunk. It's all muscle. And they can pick up a single blade of grass off the ground. They have very precise control over where that trunk and the end of it is going. Things that are causing that is strip mining operations in the area. They're mining for materials called lithium. And that's used to make circuit boards and electronic devices. Now, the strip mining operations just destroy any habitat that's on the surface. So one thing we can do to help out with that situation is recycle our electronic devices when we're done with them. We'll rely on them to figure out if there's any predator activity in the area. See, in this pond, these are called greater flamingo. Oop, there's another herd of elephants up on the ridge. These are called greater flamingo. They're one of the larger flamingo species. If you look carefully, some of them are kind of grayish. That's because they're younger. As they get older, they'll eat more and more shrimp. Shrimp has an element in it called beta-carotene that dyes them pink from the inside out. So the coloration is a direct result of their diet more than anything else. It's by the warden. For a bunch of poachers. Poaching is a really big deal in the area. It affects a lot of animals like the white rhino in front of us. That's why they're endangered. Look at the baby rhino.
Aww.
Look at how cute he is. He's only about 4 months old. You know, the rhinos, they don't see very well. Only about 3 feet in front of them. But, look at their ears. They're big and they're cup shaped. And look at their nostrils. Pretty big. So they can hear and smell very well to help make up for that.
Yeah. Look at the ostrich.
There is an ostrich in the road in front of the truck, in front of us, so that's what our holdup is at the moment. But I'm not complaining about the view. Oh, look, there's another white rhino coming. Right, so ostrich, they're the largest birds. Look at that. They don't fly though. That would be terrifying. But they run really fast, about 40 miles an hour. Look at those skinny legs. They're very powerful. A kick from an ostrich can actually kill a lion.
Oh, look at this guy.
Also, look at how muddy these rhinos are. They have thick but sensitive skin. The mud pits use it as a natural sunblock. The ridge, front of a tree. There's a couple more actually. If you look up on top of the hill, there's a hut. There's 2 of them. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal. They can run at about 70 miles an hour. They can only do that for about 20 seconds or so. That means they gotta be patient hunters. Stalk their prey till they're right on top of them. This is called a bontebok on the left. This is a very important animal. It's a relative of the wildebeest. But about 200 years ago, it was considered a nuisance. As a result, they were overhunted And there was only about 17 of them left. The group of farmers realized this, actually rounded them up, started breeding them.
Oh, there, he's sleeping.
Now, lions like hanging out on those Kobe rocks. It's a great place to isolate themselves from the rest of the movement on the savannah. No one's going to bother them up there.
Oh, look, there's two of them.
They can also look over the herd movement to see if anything interesting is happening when they wake up and they're hungry. They are going to be nocturnal as well. Very good nighttime hunters. They can see 5 times. You could actually stand on one of them and you wouldn't break. Each one's equal to about 2 dozen chicken eggs. Ostrich hens will share a nest. You can find these goats all over the world because they're used as a dairy goat. Milk can be used in a variety of different recipes and food items. So when you have domesticated animals like this that can help meet the oh, that's so cute. They can help meet the dietary needs of a community. That community becomes less reliant on local wildlife. Is it talking or is it screaming? And that all starts in your own neighborhoods. Learn about your local wildlife. See what you can do to help them. Now I'll take you over to Rafiki's Planet Watch.
It eats what? 30,000 bugs.